how we feel prepared for this farming season. We know say as when farming season come, farmers them for everybody for home, they run, so on, they buy fertilizer, they go clear farm, they walk farm, they enter jangi them, they go walk farm for prepare as March to come where when rain season will start, they go start plant and all that. One of the most important things where they need them for this farming season, now fertilizer. So wait till we go learn for this first edition for Amber Farmer's Voice. Now for see how we Ambazonian them we make we own fertilizer. Yes, we make we own fertilizer in less than 10 minutes. When I hear me fine, we go make we own fertilizer in less than 10 minutes. That's the reason that we did for here today for talk about how we make we own fertilizer. So again, as when I hear for that introduction, the goal for Amber Farmer's Voice, I say make we come learn small techniques them, small way then we feel produce small chop during this time for war. Now when people do not get money for people do not work again, they don't get money. Now we want to see how we want to ensure say make we bring we'll put to head them together. We find small way then way people they feel really work farm fine. Even if you work that so small place farm, small portion or small place, that farm it will really give you enough yield, enough your job will really grow fine. So that the aim that for this program, we want come for see how we fit take experience and from other places, all the knowledge where researchers they don't make them, we could bring all that knowledge for sharing with everybody for ground zero. We're gonna see how when I use that technique for grow farm, for grow chop during this time for war. This time be very important, and so we want to make sure say make no Ambazonian no ever sleep where you not get chop for chop, not because I'm lazy, but just because of the war. So if people then for villages or for Ambazonia, if they want to show say if they work small place, maybe they get enough chop where they fit share them or they fit sell them or they fit share them with everybody, for Ambazonia. Why it be important say make we learn how to make our own fertilizer? First and foremost, it could be extremely cheap. Because the technical one bring them, you don't need for pay anything. Forget this fertilizer where you can make your own. You don't need for pay anything. Secondly, this fertilizer where we will learn how for do them now organic fertilizer. Organic means say you don't get any chemicals inside. We fit see for example now say many people them they don't start becoming sick, they get cancer them here or all over the place because of the kind thing they chop. Because farmers they don't start becoming put too much chemical fertilizer. Now anyway it bring all that sick them inside the country. So right now, what we Ambazonian the one do not say, we want to ensure say from now going forward, we could produce our own organic fertilizer. Yes, everybody for Ambazonia, where if you be say you want to work farm, you will produce your own organic fertilizer. Where it go mean say all that money where I hear, I think from which I hear, I think one bag fertilizer about 15,000 or something like that. If you produce your own, it means say that you will save that money. Just imagine say, take for example all the farmers in Masanta, where they produce carrots, they produce beans and leeks, and they use fertilizer. You would assume say 100 farmers them for each year they will spend about 45,000. Let's say 3 bag fertilizer. If you multiply that one by 100 farmers of Santa, that's a lot of money. Where it come off with pocket, it go now for people the way they make fertilizer. So if you extrapolate that one for the whole Ambazonia, from Cambe goes right down for Dian, you go see and say we country go save a lot of money. And not only the money be important, but we health. The kind of chop will go grow up, it could be very, 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 very healthy. I feel tell when I say for diaspora or for other countries, most countries now they want try for make sure say people then chop not only organic food, and organic chop is very expensive for this country. So if we for Amazonia, if we take up as a policy, say we go produce organic fertilizer, we will use that for produce chop, we'll see and say well, chop will be very expensive, even if we only for sell them for across for Nigeria, or for people that from Gabon for come buy chop like they come buy for Santa or for my 12 all the time, we see and say it could be very expensive. So thing where we go learn today, we go learn how to make our own fertilizer. So today the organic fertilizer we're going to learn about now urine, human urine. Yes, my talking for another way. Piss. Human urine or piss way with the piss. That extremely good fertilizer. And so we will learn how for collect we own urine or we own piss. We will learn how we will store them. We will learn how for make them, how for the safety mechanism where we're going to put that in place. How for make sure say we make them where it be safe for use them. And then we will also talk about how for use them for fertilize with crops. So again, so the thing we will learn today, we will learn how for collect we own urine, and then we use them like fertilizer. So for actually use them like fertilizer, it get different step them where we're going to follow for actually use them. Why? I go tell you now the composition for human urine, and then we'll compare them for which way they inside this fertilizer when I go buy them for storage. So human urine, it get which they can say nitrogen, then it get potassium, it get phosphorus. So when every person piece, if you go take that piece, you go test them for lab, you go see and say it get nitrogen, that piece get nitrogen, it get potassium, and then it gets phosphorus. These three things that the thing in that way chop or plants, they need them for grow. Any plant where they grow, it need nitrogen, it need potassium, it need phosphorus. So if peas get all these things, all these three things, and when we plant they need them, then it don't mean say we no need now for go begin buy chemical fertilizer we fit collect our own. We use them, and how we collect our own, we use them for grow we chop them. Make I give you a small example. When I went there for ground zero, make when I go for outside, after when I finish watch this program, when I go for outside, when I look for places where they drink nimbo, for bad, when I go backside, when I look for places where they drink water, now not dry season. When I come back, when I tell me the color for grass for place where they piece of it. When I go see them say for bad and for that place where people they go drink water and then they piece of it, you go see them say the grass for them be always be very green and very fresh. That one means what? That one means that grass it get the kind components where any plant need them for grow fine. It get nitrogen, it get potassium, and it get phosphorus. Yes, so now the thing in that way, plants need them for grow. Whether na jama, whether na tomato, whether na plantain, whether na anything, corn that use urine for grow all these things. So, fellow Amazonians, this one now we own gold. Now we own gold is where we get for exploiter for see how we could use them for grow with chop. Yes, I know say some people they will talk say, ish, we no fit use peace for grow this thing. Yes, we fit use them. I notice some people them they will find them difficult. But after, say for start anything, it'll always be difficult, especially something we will never be used to. But as we will get for continue to learn more about the use of human urine, when I go see them say, yes, now good thing we go fit use them for grow chop for day. The most important reason why we need for use this organic form of fertilizer, and I say it be organic, you don't get anything for personal health, you don't get any chemicals inside where it go feel make we sick, because it come on an inside person body, it be organic. So we go learn how to use them, and then so that it will really give we enough we chop will grow fine. Yes, it will work very well. It don't work for other places, and then with Amazonia, we to work adopt them. If we look, we soil them, we farm them. When I see them say we soil them not be very fertile again, like it used to be before. Now the reason that way you see most farmers now they work by chemical fertilizer them so that can make me chop grow. But we don't reach for the end for that thing. For we can use that chemical fertilizer. Researchers them for all kind of universities from America go reach right for Burkina Faso, reach for Uganda, reach for Kenya, for South Africa, for Holland. They don't do tons and tons and thousands of research. And the CM say, yes, human urine, it be very good for for use them like fertilizer. The only thing I say, make we learn how to use them the correct way. Once we learn how to use them the correct way, we'll go see how we'll go use them now for for plant with chop day and everything. So now, what we will do now say, since farming season they come, I go want to show you now how we start for collect this urine today as we talk now. So as soon as when I finish watch this thing, when I start for collect them. But maybe something maybe some new thing. Now things that don't happen for other countries. And so we want to share the experience for other countries. We're gonna see how they collect them. When we wanna see them, I will come back, then we'll go talk about them. How we okay. I hope so when I don't see that video. That video they taken for Niger, and what happened for that video? I say now some project where European Union they sponsor them for Niger, for work with farmers them, for see how they fit use urine, they collect their own piece, they use them for for use them like fertilizer. So I think the first thing what would like more talk about now. Okay, now we for ground zero, how we fit collect the we fit collect this this urine. So the first thing I go suggest now say everybody you will need forget buy that jerry can 20 liter. When I buy them, when I wash them very clean. But if in the oil come inside, when I must make sure say when I wash them, when I take wood ash, when I take Nikki, when I wash them fine, when I take soap, when I wash them, make sure say it clean. Once when I don't wash them, then for man picking them, what you have to do is say when if you take this 2 liter how they call them Coca-Cola bottle on a tangi or how they call that in them, each man picking it will get your own 2-liter bottle. You for people when they go farm, you can put it inside your bag. When peas catch you, you stand for that. You piss inside that tangy bottle or a Coca-Cola bottle, and then you lock them. You put it inside your bag. You go you farm. When you come back for evening for house, you take that 2-liter bottle now. You open that 20-liter now. You turn it inside, and then you cover them. You keep them. That 20-liter bottle, that jerrycan, that 20-liter gallon, we now put them for place where sun no go dey, heat and plenty. Why would you put them for back house, for place where sun no go knock them? The reason why we don't want me sun knock them because in sun knock them, that piece where they inside, the salt where they inside the piece, it will then go down, it go settle under like salt. Another thing when I go for take very, very important, I say every 20-liter jerrycan when I buy them, it must lock fine. Because if we are not lock and fine, the some of the nitrogen where they inside the piece, it will fit evaporate. So when I take that cover, when I find small plastic paper, when I put that inside, like as when I buy oil, they do them. You take small plastic paper, you put that inside, you then cork and fine. You put them under some tree, or you put them inside under pear tree inside for back house, for place where sun no go overheat them. So for man picking them, that the easiest way that for collect them. Every person, no matter where you go, if you go farm, you go your market, put your 2-liter bottle for inside your bag, because you know one go be work a piece that piece where you go work a piece for corner road, you throw them na money that way you throw them. Because if you don't collect them, it means you will come back, you will take small money, you go buy fertilizer. So every man picking as from today, when a farmer for Amazonia, we need for start collect any money piece, they collect them, they come back, you put that inside 20 liter gallon. If you be big farmer, you get big farm, you get for maybe you go buy that 250 liter gallon, or 250 liter gallon. You as again, you must make sure say when I wash them very, 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 very well, because you don't want to contaminate the piece with chemicals where they're inside that big gallon. When I wash them fine, and then when I find some place, when I put that inside, when I can collect the piece. So if you different house for picking them, make every person get your own 2-liter. Make una no share the same 2-liter bottle. If you get 3 or 4 boy picking them, make each person for a house it get your own 2-liter bottle with the piece inside. Even for night, for village, we used to woke up go piece outside. That one will stop. Because anybody now, even small picking, we woke up piece catchy for night. It take a 2-liter bottle, it open them, it piece inside, and then it lock them back, it keep them. For morning time, when I woke up, it move around, it got turned inside that 20-liter gallon. Or if a person where it get big farm or big farms, if it get that 250 gallon, we got turned inside. And then we must make sure say we lock and find, make no air no enter, no air no come out. That would be extremely important, because if we leave them air come out or evaporate, then the phosphorus and the potassium where they inside and the nitrogen, they will evaporate, what you go remain now only empty water and salt, and that one you know go get anything to do, you know go if you make me chop grow. So this one be very, very important. So for my medium, how man if you collect this piece? So what you will I go suggest and say everybody when I go try what you wanna feed for our own place. But this small 5-liter gallon where they use them to carry water day for woman them, they feel buy them, and then they'll come for almost that one of those end them. They cut them fine. Once you cut them, the woman if you piece inside, then when they piece inside, they take and go for inside that the 20 gallon. They open that more, and then they will then pour the piece inside that 20-liter gallon. At least for that female when I see how a woman for Niger they collect the piece. So anybody, when I will try different ways them for see how when I collect, the urine for use or not like fertilizer. Again, it be very important. Say make all we learn how for collect them for we own way it will be convenient for we. So which way I go like to do now and I say I go bring another experience. This one now for Uganda. When I go here, which way the people of Uganda they don't go through, they will give una and this one luckily is for English, and so they go tell una what if their experience, how they don't try them and how it don't help them for actually produce them.
This is a film about making your own fertilizer. Do you know that what we treat as waste can actually be used as a great crop fertilizer? We are talking about urine. This is Paya in Tororo district, Uganda. Here the land is intensively used and the soil fertility is low and declining. It is a big challenge. Most farmers cannot afford to buy chemical fertilizers and they don't have access to manure. As a result, yields have reduced over time with serious impacts on people's well-being. Here is the village leader, Osege Matthias.
We have a very big problem of food insecurity. We are food insecure. We can no longer produce enough to eat and save for the future in case there is any drought or natural calamity. And another thing is the poverty, the increase in poverty. Because in the past one could sell cash crop and keep the food and take children to school. But now it is just impossible. Because the production has declined, we don't have what to sell, meaning the poverty level is in increase, and it is really worrying.
To increase crop yields, farmers in Paya have started to use urine to recover soil fertility.
Something that we have come up with to help our farmers is the urine fertilizer. We've found that the urine from ourselves contain a lot of nutrients that can help our crops.
Urine is full of nutrients that plants need to grow. The same ingredients as in chemical fertilizer and manure. The best thing about it is that urine is readily available and free of charge. It is a safe fertilizer that is very easy to use. By applying it in the garden, it brings the nutrients from the food we eat back to the soil. So how do you use urine as a fertilizer? It is a simple process in 3 steps: collection, storage, and application. We start with collection. Urine can easily be collected within the household. Everyone in the family can contribute. One way is to simply urinate in a jug or bucket, which you then empty into a large container. Make sure to close the lid tightly every time. It is also possible to construct a simple collection system by digging a jerrycan halfway into the ground. You then attach a funnel. By urinating into the funnel, the urine can be directly collected in the container. The second step is storage. When the container is full, take it aside. Make sure that the container is tightly sealed. This is to keep the nutrients in the container and to not let them disappear into the air. Store it for a period of at least 2 weeks. This is to kill anything that could spread diseases. Remember, if you follow this simple rule, using urine is a safe practice. The third and last step is application. During the rainy season, the urine can be applied as it is. If you use it during the dry season, it should be diluted with water. At least 2 parts of water to 1 part of urine. Make small furrows along the plant rows at a distance of about 10 to 20 centimeters. Then apply the urine close to the ground. Using a watering can makes the work easy. Urine should not be poured directly on the plants, since it can burn the leaves. Immediately after application, cover the furrows. This is to prevent nutrients from disappearing into the air and to reduce any smell. Urine is a fast-acting fertilizer. To work effectively, it should be applied repeatedly. Different soils and crops have different needs, so you need to find out what amounts of urine and times of application work best in each case. A rule of thumb is that plants need most nutrients in their young stages. With maize, for example, start the urine application by the time of planting. When the seeds have germinated, apply urine in weekly doses over 4 weeks. Over the next 4 weeks, apply urine only every 2nd week. Note that more urine does not necessarily increase crop yields, so be careful to not over-apply. Make sure to always leave a period of 1 month between the last urine application and harvest. When handling urine, always make sure to wash your hands carefully with water and soap, and if possible, use protective gloves. When farmers in Paya tested urine fertilizer on maize, they found out that it doubled the yield. They also found out that urine fertilizer can be just as good as chemical fertilizer, or even better. They have now started to use urine on a range of various crops. In the beginning, many felt a bit embarrassed handling and talking about urine. But from seeing the effects on the crops, people got excited about the practice. This inspired others. More and more farmers in the village have now started the practice. Urine is no longer regarded and treated as a waste, but as a valuable resource that makes important contributions to food security and income.
So this one, we have taken it up, and the farmers are now using urine. In fact, we have increased our yields significantly. The production is now going up, and people are very happy with the urine fertilizer.
So, from what you see for this film for Uganda, when I go see say this particular project when I say so, now some PhD research for Lund University for Sweden. I think Lund University for Sweden, where that they sponsor this research where they go do them for Uganda. Now where they don't document them for this film where they showing us. So thing we want to talk and say this idea for use peace for as fertilizer no be something new. I think where it don't happen from other countries, even here for United States. I go show now eventually for the next episode. I go bring video them for show now how farmers over here they use urine or they use peace for using like fertilizer. People then where they get beginning where they get Facebook. If you go for Facebook, they go see research how people that use urine like fertilizer. So thing we will learn today, I say how for collect them and then how for use them safely. For use them safely, we're going to make sure say everybody wash your hands, and then people the way they get gloves. When I must make sure say when I go for store, when I go buy those yellow thick gloves them so that when I don't collect them or when I'm going to use them for farm, when I wear those gloves for protecting ourselves against any diseases. As when I see them for that film, the talk say make everybody at least when you collect urine, when I lock them, when I keep them for at least 2 weeks or even more. The more when I keep them, it be fine. The more when I keep them, it be fine. So as when I keep them for more than 2 weeks, it will be okay for ensure say any disease or any sick way feed inside, it could die. So now the thing that we need to do, where we will learn how for use them, for use them like fertilizer. So papa them and mommy them. Now the important thing that way I think say I become make talk about them today. We could learn about them. How for use human urine like fertilizer. I hope so when I don't learn a bit for this short program or for this short these short videos, I will make other episodes for this same urine. We will bring experiences from different countries so that make una see them, we will adopt them for Amazonia. That's in a way we would like more do. So if anybody get any question, we're gonna call, we're gonna send them. Okay, papa them, mommy them for Amazonia. I hope say when I be like the program, the videos and when I don't see how they use how other countries them they use urine like fertilizer, how they use peace like fertilizer. When I say as that part talk for the inside that film, the urine we use them for like fertilizer, it really make their job they grow fine. So why with Amazonia we too will not do the same like other people they do? Why be say we go like to take money, we go spend them for bush or for buy chemical fertilizer, me that money they come go for different people in their pocket, for different people in their country. And then no be only that, the fertilizer we they buy them, it bring we sick. It bring we sick. So now we don't come now for tell all with people them. Say make everybody for Amazonia. Make everybody see how they feel learn for collect their own urine and then we will use them like fertilizer. Like the other people that don't do them. like the other countries around the world. Okay, so now we go try now for open with telephone lines. If anybody where they there for ground zero, where they don't watch this program, me they see how they fit call for WhatsApp. Then if they get any questions, me they ask them. Or if anybody, it don't ever maybe use piece or use urine for grow anything, may they call, share the experience. I think we'll get about 10 or 15 minutes for for make calls, and then or if anybody get any question about that artemisia where we will talk for the beginning of the program, make una call in now, una share people that talk how did they plant them, how did they grow them, or how did they use them for more share that knowledge with other people them, so that as this coronavirus don't come now, so make we see how we feel help we own people them. So I go ahead now. I go open the phone line. The phone number where when I feel call for WhatsApp now, 1+1 202 735 1145. So now we'll number that. If anybody get any question for call about anything we don't talk, make a call that number. So everybody from Amazonia, make una jump on our phones, una call, una ask any questions, make we discuss this program that we program. Everybody from Amazonia, now Amba Farmers Voice, now program for all we farmers them. So make anybody where you get anything for talk or you get question for us, make a call into the show now, and then we could see how we fit answer answer their call. In the meantime, Amba Farmers Voice, we don't put plenty programs in, where as in the coming weeks we will talk about them. For example, we will talk how we will bring examples. We can teach people then how they can make their own fridge. What are you doing for inside village? What are you doing for Bakebe, or you doing for any place inside Lebialem, or for Nkambe, or for Womb, or for Kendem? What are you doing? You know, say we get techniques, then we get way when I feel make our own fridge, where when I feel store our tomato for day. And this technique, it will really be helpful for mommy them where they go buy tomato that they can't sell them for town. After maybe 1 or 2 weeks, that tomato is rotten. So we will come teach, bring knowledge how from other country them how do you store your tomato, even ripe tomato, for more than 2 weeks where rotten. So now the kind small thing in that way we could bring them for help with people them there for Amazonia. We will also learn how we make our own insecticide. We don't know how insects them they used to come chop njama, chop tomato, chop all kind, chop corn. We could see how we self will use that so grass for our own backyard, for our own forest them, for make we own insecticide. Have medicine where if you kill this insects and what they can't kill, what they can't chop, we chop. We could also eventually learn how we can make we own organic manure. The one for urine are one kind for organic manure. We go see how we can make how we can even use with stool, with sheet for make really organic fertilizer, composting. And the composting we will see how we modify toilets inside village, and then we go see how we use make compost we don't use it now for agriculture. Once we go for boya, we vision. I say we no go one make any chop with the ground for amber. Me they ever use chemical fertilizer. Even if na CDC, we'll take example like for CDC camp. The one we know now, CDC camp for Moliwe. If you see that number of people them where they stay for that camp, if we modify the toilets them, we start collect all the piece where the piece in for camp. They go feed them collect that piece and now they use it now for fertilize all the mbanga they for CDC, all the rubber they for CDC, everything where all the banana, all the plantains where they ground for CDC. When I go see and say we would produce them for Ambazonia, it could become very expensive for international market because we use the organic fertilizer. So, mommy them and papa them for Ambazonia, that the things in that way we try for ensure. Say we bring them now for our own country, for our own new country, for help with people them. The new Ambazonia will go build them. I feel guarantee you now. Say as soon as we reach Boya, when I give you just 4 years, farmers them, Amba farmers them, will develop the country. We no go use oil. That is petrol. We no go worry about other nonsense that you can say sonara, and that's so we chop where we go grow them. The techniques that we go use them for grow chop. Everything for this world that for use sense. And one thing when I say when I Ambazonia when I get picking of us highway, they don't go learn book. They know how for grow good enough chop using organic fertilizer where it will help boost we agricultural production. We'll get plenty chop we'll sell them for Nigeria, sell them for Gabon, or even export them for all across the world. So, fellow Ambazonians, fellow Amba farmers, since we know they get any calls and where they come from ground zero, I think so. We go end the program for here today. We hope say we gonna learn something. If we gonna learn anything from this program, we're gonna share them with other people. Then where they don't get opportunity for watch television or for watch this thing for SCBC. If when I go somewhere tomorrow, when I talk with you now, or to learn them, if when I get any question, since nobody no call now, if when I get any question during the week, when I go for we Amber Facebook page, when I leave any questions today, we will answer them. We won't see the question, we will answer them, and then we'll get back to you now. Or if when I want to watch this video, when I go for YouTube page where they come say Amber Farmer's Voice, we'll go put this video for them, so that anybody if you go there anytime, they go watch them for learn how to make their own organic fertilizer for use human urine. So, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you again plenty for watch this this program today, and we hope say next time next week we go come back with another edition for Amber Farmer's Voice. So again, good night.